Dear students, this is Afsana Awal. Today I will take your English second paper class, and today's topic is tense. So let's start our class. In the previous classes we learned different types of tense, that means the classification of tense, and also we learned present indefinite tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense, and also past indefinite tense and past continuous tense. And today we will learn the other kinds. Okay, that means the other types of the tense. And as we learned past indefinite tense and past continuous tense in the previous class, today we will learn first perfect tense. At first, past perfect tense. So what does it mean? Past perfect tense expresses an action completed before another past action. That means two actions went together and it expresses an action that completed before another past action. That means the before another action, that is the past perfect tense. Okay. Now structure: subject plus had plus the past participle form of main verb. Now this is main verb past participle. That means the past participle form of main verb plus extension. Subject plus had plus past participle form of main verb and then extension. Example: I had reached the college before the examination began. I had reached the college before the examination began. Another example is: Mrs. Sharma became delighted after she had reached home. And students, just one thing you have to know, that before and after, that means the first portion of the before we have to use past perfect tense, and the next portion of after there is past perfect tense. Okay, so you have to remember that, and this is the structure and this is the example. Now past perfect continuous tense. What does it mean, past perfect continuous tense? The past perfect continuous tense is used when we are talking about an action that began before a definite moment in the past and continued up to that moment and was still in progress at that moment. I am repeating, students, the past perfect continuous tense is used when we are talking about an action that began before a definite moment in the past and continued up to that moment and was still in progress at that moment. That means it's an action that began before. That means the past perfect continuous tense is used when we are talking about an action that began before a definite moment in the past and continued up to that moment and was still in progress at that moment. Now the structure. How can we identify or know that this is past perfect continuous tense? So the structure is subject plus had been plus main verb plus ing plus extension plus since or for plus time. I am repeating, students: subject plus had been plus main verb plus ing plus extension plus since or for plus time. And the example is: I had been reading for 2 hours. Here, just look here, I is subject, had been according to the structure subject, here subject is I, had been plus main verb is here read, and this is ing reading. I had been reading. Since or for, so here we have to use for, and this is time, 2 hours. I had been reading for 2 hours. They had been playing since afternoon. Here they is the subject, and according to the structure this is had been, and here main verb is play, and we have to add here ing, that means playing. They had been playing, and then we have to use for or since, and here this is since, and time is afternoon. So they had been playing since afternoon, that means subject plus had been plus main verb plus ing plus since or for plus time. Now the next one is simple future tense or future indefinite tense. What does it mean? Simple future tense denotes an action that will happen in the future. Structure: subject plus shall or will, then main verbs present form, that means present form of the main verb plus extension. Subject plus shall or will, we have to use shall only with I and we. We have to use shall only with I and we, and for the other subjects we have to use will. So subject plus shall or will plus main verb present form, that means the present form of the main verb plus extension. Example: I shall do the work. They will go to the field. So this is simple future tense. Now future continuous tense. Future continuous tense refers to an action which will be in progress for some time in future. That means an action will be going on, or it will be in progress. This is called future continuous tense. Now structure: subject plus shall be or will be. Here also students we have to use shall only with I and we. If the subject is I or we, only then we can use shall. So subject plus shall be plus will be plus main verb plus ing plus extension. Subject plus shall be or will be plus main verb plus ing plus extension. Now the example: I shall be reading the book. They will be reading the book. Here subject is I, and according to the structure shall be or will be, after I, as the subject is I, so we have to use a shall be. I shall be then main verb plus ing reading. read read plus ing reading. So I shall be reading the book. They will be reading the book. As here the subject is they, so we have to use here will be. They will be reading the book. Now go to the next one. This is future perfect tense. Future perfect tense denotes that an action will be completed at some point of time in the future, or it denotes an action completed before another future action. I am repeating. Future perfect tense denotes that an action will be completed at some point of time in the future, or it denotes an action completed before another future action. And the structure is subject plus shall have plus will have plus the past participle form of main verb plus extension. I am repeating: subject plus shall have or will have plus the past participle form of main verb plus extension. Example: we shall have reached the station by 5 p.m. We shall have reached the station by 5 p.m. Here subject is we, and according to the structure shall have. we shall have then the past participle form of the main verb. The main verb is here reach and the past participle form is reached. We shall have reached plus extension, that means the station by 5 p.m. We shall have reached the station by 5 p.m. He will not have eaten rice. Subject is he, will not have. As this is negative, that's why we have to use here not. He will not have eaten rice. Now future perfect continuous tense. The future perfect continuous tense is used for actions which will be in progress over a period of time that will end in future, or for an action that will be continuing before the completion of another future action. I am repeating, students, the future perfect continuous tense is used for actions which will be in progress over a period of time that will end in future, or for an action that will be continuing before the completion of another future action. Now the structure: subject plus shall have been or will have been, and we have to use shall have been or will have been according to the subject, plus main verb plus ing plus extension. Subject plus shall have been or will have been plus main verb plus ing plus extension. Example: I shall have been reading the book for 2 hours. I shall have been reading the book for 2 hours. Here I is the subject and shall have been according to the structure verb plus ing, main verb plus ing. That means here main verb is read and ing, reading. I shall have been reading the book for 2 hours. They will have been playing for a long time. They will have been playing for a long time. They will have been playing for a long time. Now it's your HW. Identify tense of the following sentences and write their names. There are 5 sentences here. Number 1, next week we shall be flying to Sylhet. Number 2, they will have finished the work by June. Number 3, they had left the station before we reached. Number 4, we shall have been waiting for you until you come back. Number 5, they had been playing all afternoon. So you have to write the name of the tense. Identify tense of the following sentences and write the names. So these 5 sentences, this is your HW. Okay students, that's all for today. Allah Hafiz.